us to take. Again, apologies for the frame rate issues, but again, I didn't program the game. In talking with other people who have this game, there are frame rate issues, unfortunately. Now, by pulling this lever, if I just pull it... Oh, I need to get the fuse back. Okay. Adventurer, come with me. Again, this is one of the reasons I'm not doing a totally blind playthrough of this game, because I feel like it would be absolutely impossible, and I would get stuck so much that I would have to edit like crazy. Inevitably, you will see those on YouTube. I'm not trying to shit-talk those people who are going to end up doing like 80-part Let's Plays of the cave. Probably some of those people on their blind Let's Plays are going to be better than me on my second playthrough here. Just due to different, you know, abstract puzzle-solving skills. But still, I think this is a game that definitely benefits from perhaps not going in blind. Anyway, for me at least. So now we've powered this up. So I guess we did need all three briefly here. So if I pull this lever, and then I go back to our scientist down here, you can see this will pull up the hot dog and then hopefully drop it down again on the... Yes, there we go. So, I'll give you 2 seconds at home to figure out how this puzzle works. Got it? Alright. Compare your solution with mine. We're going to ring this bell. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Monster's going to come out, grab the hot dog. We're going to hit these levers with the knight here. He's going to grab the Crystal Cave monster. And this will now basically allow us to proceed. So if we go back with our scientist here, jump over the gap, and now we can proceed. So that is the first puzzle in the cave, or the first large puzzle in the cave solved, and we can now take a look at our scientist's first piece of cover art. So as you can see, not cover art, cave paintings is what I'm going to refer to them as, because that's what the game refers to them as. So you can see she's just doing some goodwill hunting, theoretical research, etc., etc. We've unlocked most of these portraits through my first playthrough of the game, so even if we miss some, we should still be able to explain the story. And the cave is broken up from a design perspective into a number of different areas. We're gonna solve the puzzle of the 3 missing trinkets on this one, because I think they're in here. But you'll see a little bit more of the kind of overall design of the cave, which I think is really impressive as we move further and further ahead. So dynamite is gonna be an oftentimes appearing element of this game as well. Dynamite shows up all the time, and the way that we use dynamite is just attaching it to a flame, and then dropping it down and running away. We could just hold it if we wanted to. Remember, there is no dying in the cave, so that would blow up the rocks, and then we would just be able to respawn and proceed. First things first, we need to get all of our trinkets here. So first things first, we got a jeweled skull. I'm not sure what character... All of these trinkets are, like, correspond to a character. Oh, we don't want to go this way. A character in the cave, so I'm not sure what trinket the jeweled skull corresponds to. Let's just swim down here. Swimming control in this game, it's not something you would necessarily think is that important to talk about, but the swimming control is actually really good. And now I think we just want to maybe go through that door, and the final trinket will be through there. I believe so anyway. So actually, this is a good opportunity to show off the scientist's ability, which is something that on my first playthrough I didn't use until we got to the scientist specific area, which was like near the very end of the game. I'm not sure if the order of levels is going to be exactly the same here, but I can, instead of just going through there and hitting that switch, which is too easy, I can just hack this console with the scientist, which will keep this door open even if the knight moves off of this switch. Anyway, so there should be one more trinket in here for the knight to get, presumably. Oh, no, it's the elevator, so we don't necessarily want to use that. Maybe it's up this ladder? Yes, it is. Okay, we got a sweet-ass cursed guitar. Alright. If these were Isaac-style trinkets, I'm pretty sure the cursed guitar would just make it easy for you to rock. Every time you had half a spirit heart left, you just busted out into Stairway to Heaven. Now we are going to take our adventure up here. This is managing your characters, your avatars, is pretty important just to save time a lot of the time. This is a game that requires some admitted patience, especially if you're the type that gets easily frustrated when you're playing through games and it takes you a while to solve puzzles. Patience is absolutely a virtue when it comes to playing the cave. So we're just going to hit the elevator call button here. And we're almost probably going to be at the end of the first episode here, because once I return all of these trinkets and go through the voice acting for the clerk at the desk, I will stop the first episode, and then we'll get started with the cave proper. This is almost like a cave episode 0, basically, because we haven't even really entered the cave yet. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, I suppose. So we're going to have to march our dudes all the way back to the entrance here. This is kind of a sore spot with the game. There's a lot of walking once you solve the puzzles, but it's fun in its own right regardless. So let's see what this guy has to say about this.
That's one trinket.
Oh, they actually walked them for us. Thank you.
Trinkets.
All right. How about our knight returns the cursed guitar?
Trinket numero 2.
And
Pay attention during math class, but 2 is less than 3.
it's true. And I'm going to drop off our Thespian Award here.
Glorious trinket. I have to say, you have surprised me. I figured you'd give up after one.
And now we should be able to enter the cave if I... Oh, I have to go back and talk to him because he's going to be like, oh, right. Yeah, there we go. I know you better than you know yourself, man at the desk. So we're just going to move inside of here. Take a quick look at the cave sign. I'll read this quickly because it is funny. I mean, the writing in these games is one of the big draws, as I mentioned many times. By entering this cave, bracket the cave, you hereby agree to hold harmless the Cave Incorporated, its parent company, Amalgamated Aluminum Holdings, and all subsidiaries of the cave, whether real or fictitious, in any and all injuries, physical, emotional, or spiritual, during the duration of your visit to the cave, and for a minimum of 1 year and a maximum of 5 years upon exiting the cave. The cave is also not responsible for any damage or loss or theft of or to personal items and clothing. You also agree in full to reimburse the cave for any damage you might or might not have caused during your visit. Enjoy your spelunking. I always do, cave. I always do. By the way, I have no idea what's up with these, fireflies here. We'll come across those at different points in the game. I'm not sure if that's for ambiance or if I'm missing some greater secret. Let's dive down here.
A close one. It does bode well for our intrepid spelunkers that they navigated that maze of intrigue. I have high hopes for this group. Much better than the last. I think they may still be down here. I should probably get them out. Nothing scares away the tourist like a rotting corpse.
And with that ominous bit of dialogue, I'm going to end Northernlion Plays the Cave Part 1. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, when I start a new series, I appreciate all the support that you could possibly give it. Seriously means the world to me, but in any case, we're going to continue onwards here. This is going to be a, probably a 2 to 3 hour playthrough, and maybe more after that if I choose to do it with more characters. So I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.